How to Build and Maintain Self-Confidence and Self-Esteem by Daniel R. Tamamohi. Chapter 1. The Underdog in the Eyes of Other People's Perspective. Bullet point 1. Remember your wins from childhood right up until now. It's the first bullet point of 32. Remember your wins from childhood right up until now. The title says it all. In other people's eyes. Now this can apply to children, teenagers, people in their 20s, 30s, and maybe even 40s. Personally, I know that I will be successful. In fact, in many aspects, I already am. And I have been for a very long time. I break my goals into 5 groups. Daily goals, little goals, realistic goals, huge big goals, and astronomical goals. I've decided to put it this way, so it's still up. I've decided to put it this way because it's the most beneficial thing for me to do in my 30s. In my 20s, I would have said, no, I'm going to be the world champion. I would have told you that I was going to tour the world and sell millions and millions of albums and be the #1 rapper in the world. I would have told you that I am going to be in a rock band that tours around New Zealand and is the #1 rock band, metal band here in New Zealand. And I was going to be the lead singer and write all the lyrics for all the songs. And that after a 30-year career, we would have released 12 successful albums. We were going to have a farewell tour in all of the main stadiums throughout New Zealand, including various music festivals, as well as Eden Park. And this was really funny. And then honour the region that we will all supposedly were going to come from, Hawke's Bay, by performing our top 50 hits at McLean Park, the Pettigrew Green Arena, alongside the bars that I used to frequent, including the Crew Bar, Billy's Bar, bracket, last I knew it was called Bar 13, bracket, the Thirsty Whale, Turks, and the Loading Ramp. Needless to say, we failed. Yes, I've got a lot of stories to tell, and I don't have any regrets. No regrets except for the fact that I gave far too many people too many chances, and I didn't know how to take an L and learn from certain specific areas of failures when it came to my interests. You see, I was the scapegoat of a narcissistic family, and I was bullied relentlessly throughout my life due to the fact that I had autism and ADHD, and I didn't know that I had either of them. I just believed that I was in this world but not of this world, and that I was set apart by God, and that the world hated me because they hated Jesus first. You see, I was an ambassador of God. I was a peculiar person, a member of the holy priesthood, and that I was rising against the system because the devil ruled the world at this time, and he had poisoned the minds and blinded the high majority into hating people like me. But it was okay. You see, God had plans to prosper me, plans to give me a hope and a future, and that I could do all things through Christ who strengthened me. And that God was undefeated and would never ever lose, and that he was on my side. Don't worry about it. I will trample on the head of the devil and trample of the heads of snakes and never be bitten. And if I drank a snake's poison, I would never get sick. I am immensely proud of the fact that I graduated high school. I was a part of a kapa haka group that won the West Auckland Kapa Haka Championship twice. Was it the Auckland Championship? Because I remember there being 2 championships, but one was actually a national one. I used to think I was the West Auckland Rugby League champion. Actually, I was the Auckland Rugby League champion, because the 3 championships was, one was a women's championship, another one was a championship for the top 10 clubs, and then the next championship was for the others, and we won that one. And so I think it might have been Auckland. It was the Auckland Championship for rugby league. We won the Auckland Kapa Haka Championship twice, because Auckland's the biggest used to be the capital of New Zealand, but it's got the biggest population. Wellington's the capital, but Auckland's got the biggest population. 33% of New Zealand live in Auckland. So it takes understand that they'll have the nationals there. I played rugby league for the I played for the Te Ata Roosters Rugby League Club, and we won the Auckland Rugby League Championship twice. I was a camp leader at Camp David, kids' Christian holiday camps for at least 1 week every school holidays for 4 years when I was at high school, and I am immensely proud of the fact I graduated with a bachelor's degree in Māori studies when I was 22 years old, done my NCEA Level 4 National Certificate in Youth Studies when I was 26 years old, got my full driver's license at 19, and I held on to 2 different jobs for 3 years each. I got my forklift license and went no contact. Got my forklift license, and I went no contact with my entire family 5 years ago when I was 32 years old. There are other things that I have achieved, like giving up alcohol, junk food, winning a silver medal at the New Zealand National WTF Taekwondo tournament, and most importantly, I have gained peace of mind, peace of soul, and absolute love for every aspect of myself, and the ability to be able to not view people from a black and white lens. So over the Christmas New Year period, I had a bit to drink. I didn't go crazy, but I had a bit to drink, and alcohol always used to relax me. Just admit that. But now back on track, once I get to because I bought some on Christmas Eve, 23rd, and it was like a 4-pack of beer and a litre or something, and it lasted to January the 4th. 700 ml. But rather, so I have gained peace of mind, peace of soul, and absolute love for every aspect of myself, and the ability to be able to not view people from a black and white lens, but rather looking at and perceiving everybody as a shade of grey. Going to the 5 baskets that I put my goals in, the goals that I had as a child, a teenager in my 20s, I can honestly, wholeheartedly say that I have achieved all of the goals in the daily goals basket, the little goals basket, and the realistic goals basket. The only goals left in the basket, huge big goals basket, is getting a woman and raising a family. I was going to also add in my 6-figure vacancy that I hold on to forever, and my 2 different black belts in 2 different martial arts, but those 2 goals came into existence when I hit my 30s. Before then I didn't have those goals. This is why I have a lot of confidence, huge confidence, and a lot of pride in who I am as a man, and who I was as a boy, because despite the fact that I was the scapegoat of my abusive, neglectful, not all boomers, but they say quite a few boomer parents, and bullied relentlessly and or taken advantage of relentlessly, with the rare form of respite of where I'd actually make friends, I was still able to accomplish all these things I said before. It's not just autistic people and ADHD people that are taken advantage of and bullied. It's anybody who is fundamentally different. Anybody who literally cannot fit in due to the fundamentals of who they are and how they are wired. Also, there's those who deliberately choose not to fit in because on a soul level they don't agree with the popular trends, perspectives, and beliefs of the time. But all of that is on a continuously revolving, evolving, and adapting conveyor belt that changes at the blow of every breeze, or every bat of an eye. Also highlight the wording, those who deliberately choose not to fit in, because on a soul level they don't agree with the popular trends, perspectives, and beliefs of the time, versus anybody who is fundamentally different, anybody who literally cannot fit in due to the fundamentals of who they are and how they are wired. These 2 groups of people are not the same, nowhere near. Although they may get along or at least bond with each other over the fact that some of their interests, perspectives, and beliefs are the same, they as people are not the same. Also, don't give me this race ethnicity thing. I was bullied for being Irish descent, I was bullied for being Scottish descent, Welsh descent, and I was damn well bullied for being of Māori descent. I've had numerous people call me indecisive because I